this group accomplished that, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible, one, to start the season, and two, after the start we had to the season. So yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple of weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again. So
761 points, breaking the record once held by Simone Augustus. However, there is a caveat. Augustus set the mark back in 2006 when the WNBA regular season was just 34 games. Clark broke the record.
Caitlin Clark, the face of the WNBA, just made a shocking decision that has the entire basketball world buzzing. She's stepping away from the game until April, meaning over 200 days without one of the league's brightest stars lighting up the court. Fans are already in disbelief, but there's more to the story. In her last game, Clark was brutally tackled to the ground with no foul called. The controversy surrounding the lack of calls against her continues to stir up emotions, and it's clear something's not right. But here's the kicker. Clark isn't just walking away to rest. She's choosing not to play overseas, refusing to dive into the off-season grind. This is a calculated move for her long-term future, but it also raises a bigger question for the WNBA. Can the league survive without its superstar for more than 6 months? As soon as the news broke, the WNBA world was left in shock. Caitlin Clark, who just shattered records and redefined what it means to be a franchise player, is officially taking a step back. This isn't just another off-season break. It's a bold decision to prioritize her health, both mentally and physically. While many players choose to grind through the off-season, jetting off to overseas leagues or diving into 3-on-3 ball, Clark is choosing a different path. A path that's setting her apart, making her the talk of the basketball world. But let's talk about the pressure Clark has been under. This isn't just about playing games, it's about being the face of the WNBA. With every game she played, the weight of expectations grew heavier. Her 761 points shattered the record once held by Simone Augustus, an incredible feat, but it came at a price. Augustus set that record during a 34-game season in 2006. Now, with a 36-game schedule, Clark managed to break that record, showing just how much she's contributed to the game. Yet, after all the accolades and the battles fought on the court, the real question is, can the league handle the absence of its most marketable star? The timing of her break raises eyebrows. After a brutal tackle in her final game, no foul called, the pressure reached its peak. Caitlin's frustration with the lack of respect on the court is evident. Fans were outraged. They asked, "How is that not a foul?" And the answer became all too clear. It was because it was Caitlin Clark. She's been targeted by unfair officiating all season, and that's something the league can no longer ignore. So, Caitlin is stepping away not just for rest, but to make a statement. The question now is, what happens to the WNBA without her star power? Caitlin Clark's rise in the WNBA was swift, but with it came intense pressure. From day one, she was the face of the Indiana Fever, shouldering the responsibility to lead the team. Every opposing coach had a game plan to stop her, yet she still managed to drop 25 points and dish out 9 assists in her final game against the Connecticut Sunday. Despite her brilliance, shots weren't falling, and the team struggled to capitalize on her playmaking. This constant pressure began to take its toll. Clark wasn't just playing for herself, she was the backbone of the Fever. But her decision to step away from the game for over 200 days shows she's thinking about her long-term future. By choosing not to play overseas or dive into the off-season grind, Caitlin is prioritizing her body and mind, ensuring she's set up for success down the road. It's a move that could define her career, putting her health first in a way few young stars would. Caitlin Clark's decision to step away from the game wasn't just influenced by physical exhaustion, it was also fueled by frustration over how she's been treated on the court. Throughout the season, Clark faced blatant disrespect from officials, with multiple instances where she was fouled hard but no calls were made. Fans and analysts alike pointed out the double standard. When Clark was tackled to the ground in her last game, no foul was called, and the controversy exploded. For a superstar, this kind of treatment is shocking. Fans began to question whether the WNBA was turning a blind eye to Clark's struggles. Was she being treated differently because of her fame? The inconsistency in officiating was glaring. While other stars get the benefit of the doubt, Caitlin Clark was repeatedly left to pick herself up without any help from the referees. This lack of respect has been a recurring issue all season, and it's clear that something needs to change. The frustration wasn't just on the court, it spilled into social media and the stands. During the game, a fan began heckling Clark relentlessly, trying to rattle her. In a powerful move, Caitlin had the fan escorted out of the arena, showing she wasn't just fighting for respect from her opponents, but from everyone around her. This incident marked a turning point. Clark wasn't going to let anyone disrespect her, not even the people in the stands. It's this fight for respect that makes her decision to take a break even more significant. She's not just stepping away from the game, she's standing up for herself and the respect she deserves. Caitlin Clark's absence from the court raises serious questions about the future of the WNBA. She has become the face of the league, attracting fans from all corners of the world with her electrifying style of play. From her cold-blooded scoring to her flashy, unselfish playmaking, Clark redefined what it means to be a superstar in women's basketball. She wasn't just putting up numbers, she was making every game an event, drawing in viewers and increasing exposure for the entire league. But now, with Caitlin stepping away for over 200 days, the WNBA is faced with a major challenge. Can the league maintain its momentum without its most marketable player? Clark's influence has been undeniable. Every game she played was a spectacle, and her absence will leave a massive void in the WNBA's visibility. From merchandise sales to television ratings, her presence has been a driving force in growing the league's popularity. Now, without her, the question is, who will step up to fill that gap? The WNBA needs to prove that it can thrive even without its biggest star. While other players like Angel Reese and A.A. Wilson are certainly talented, Caitlin Clark's magnetic presence has brought an unmatched level of excitement to the league. Her time away could signal a turning point, not just for her career, but for the WNBA as a whole. Fans and sponsors are watching closely. Will the league continue to build on the momentum she helped create, or will it lose the traction it gained with her at the forefront? The next few months will be crucial for the future of women's sports. With Caitlin Clark stepping away, the WNBA finds itself at a crossroads. Her decision to take a break isn't just a personal one, it's a league-wide wake-up call. The WNBA has made incredible strides in recent years, but Clark's absence will test the league's resilience. Will it be able to maintain the same level of excitement and viewership without its brightest star? In the short term, the league will likely face challenges. With Caitlin no longer on the court, the spotlight will shift to other players, but can they fill the massive void she's left behind? While players like Angel Reese and A.A. Wilson have already proved their skill, none have been able to attract the same level of attention that Caitlin Clark brought to the game. The WNBA has worked tirelessly to grow its fan base, but without Clark, it risks losing some of that momentum. But here's the reality. This could be a defining moment for the WNBA. It's a chance for the league to show it can stand strong, even without Clark's star power. It's also an opportunity for other players to step into the spotlight and show the world that the WNBA is more than just one player. However, if the league fails to keep fans engaged, it could be in for a long few months until Clark returns. The next steps will be crucial, as the WNBA faces the challenge of keeping its audience excited and invested in the future of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark's decision to step away isn't just a blow to the WNBA on the court, it's a major business challenge. As the league's brightest star, Clark has been a key driver of sponsorships, merchandise sales, and viewership. Brands flock to her for endorsements, and networks cleared primetime slots for her games. Her absence will undoubtedly have a ripple effect, especially for sponsors who signed up expecting her star power to keep eyes glued to the screen. Think about it. Every time Caitlin hit the floor, it wasn't just about basketball, it was an event. Social media exploded with each highlight, and those clips became must-see television for fans and casual viewers alike. Now that she's gone, the WNBA will need to prove it can maintain that level of engagement without her. If the league doesn't find a way to capture the same energy, they risk losing valuable partnerships and, potentially, fans. The real question is, how will the WNBA keep its financial momentum going without Caitlin Clark leading the charge? The pressure is now on other stars to step up and bring in the views, but there's no denying that Clark was the face of the league, and her absence creates a massive gap. With sponsorships and broadcasting deals heavily reliant on her popularity, the next few months could determine whether the WNBA can continue to grow or whether it will struggle to maintain the spotlight. With Caitlin Clark's absence, the spotlight has shifted now. Other WNBA stars must step up to carry the weight of the league. Players like Angel Reese, A.A. Wilson, and Sabrina Ionescu are talented and capable, but none have had the cultural impact that Caitlin brought to the game. Clark wasn't just a great player, she was a phenomenon, an athlete who made every game feel like an event, attracting fans and viewers from across the globe. Her presence drew attention to the WNBA in ways few players have ever done. Now, the league needs someone who can maintain that level of excitement and draw fans back to the court. Reese and Wilson are stars in their own right, but their rise to the same level of cultural significance as Clark won't happen overnight. It's going to take more than just impressive stats to fill the void left by Caitlin. They'll need to bring the same energy, charisma, and consistency that made Clark the face of women's basketball. The question is, who can rise to the occasion and take the lead for the WNBA? The pressure is immense, but this is also a pivotal opportunity for a new star to emerge and help carry the league forward. For now, though, it's clear that Caitlin Clark's absence leaves a massive gap not just on the court, but in the cultural conversation surrounding women's basketball. The league needs someone to step in and keep that momentum alive. Caitlin Clark's decision to step away from the WNBA for over 200 days is a turning point not just for her career, but for the entire league. While her absence is sure to leave a significant gap in both the game and the business side of things, it also presents an opportunity for others to rise to the occasion. The pressure now shifts to the WNBA's other stars, who will have to find ways to keep the momentum Clark generated alive. But let's be real, Caitlin Clark isn't just any player. She's the face of a movement in women's sports, and her impact goes beyond the court. The WNBA will feel her absence in the stands, on the screens, and in the buzz she created each time she played. However, when she returns, she'll come back stronger than ever, and the league will be ready to shine once again. For now, the big question remains: how will the WNBA survive the next 200-plus days without its biggest star? The next few months will be critical for the future of women's basketball. What do you think? Can the league keep the momentum going without Caitlin? Or will her absence leave too big of a hole? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with every WNBA fan you know. We'll see you in the next one.